Yep, you heard. Because, that's exactly what this series needs. Bongos. Bongos aside, just for a second, let's talk about what I talked about yesterday. So the idea of how you can start selling to your list without burning them out and without feeling like a pitch, even if you've not emailed them in ages. That's episode 10. So I'm not going to rehash over the information I gave you then. If you're interested in that kind of thing, go back and watch it. But as soon as I quit recording yesterday, as soon as I finished recording, you ever had an argument with somebody and you've lost the argument, but the moment it's over and the moment they walk away, that's when the zinger hits you. And you go, oh, I wish I would have said that. I had one of those moments yesterday. So yesterday I talked about the idea of using the PS to sell your stuff. But as soon as I stopped recording, I realised it's so much more powerful than that and so much more wide-ranging than that. So that's what I want to talk to you about today. Because it occurred to me that as soon as I hung up recording, I'm using this very idea to promote this podcast. So as soon as I finish this podcast, this video, I go straight into Evernote and I write it up. And in Evernote, after the brief write-up, the brief tease about this episode, which you can see below, there's a footer that says, why not check out the other episodes? Here's a link for the podcast, here's a link for the video. Oh, and while you're here, why not sign up for my mailing list? It's got all these goodies if you're interested. So I put that into every single episode I do, no matter where it goes, and it's always there. And it's the same idea I had yesterday about this also, or PS, selling via the PS. And it feels automatic. It doesn't feel like a sale at all, even though I'm asking you to check out the other episodes, even though I'm asking you to join my list. I'm doing it in a very soft way, and it doesn't interfere with getting the benefits from the episode. So it's not just an idea you can use when you need to email your list and you want to make some sales. You just throw in a signature. Start thinking about where else you can put this, because a lot of business owners, they make posts. So Facebook's a good example. You can make a value post on Facebook. You'll come up with a nice image. Maybe the image has got a link to your website in. But why not add a footer underneath it saying, want more posts like these? Visit my blog, sign up for my list. And just write it once, store it in Evernote, and then use it as a footer for every single blog post that you write, or every single piece of content you put out, or whatever single YouTube video you do. You see, a lot of people, if you had to say this out loud or type it every single time, it would feel like a pitch, because it would feel like you're saying it every single time, starting afresh. But when it's there as a footer and people get used to seeing it there, it's not crowbarred in there. It's just natural part of the post. A CTA is a natural part of the post. And so think about the posts you make, where you're putting them. What is the next step you want them to take? And if it feels like a pitch, remember this, right? Let's use an extreme example for this. So let's say, like all good extreme examples, let's use donuts. So let's say I know there's a donut shop in town, and I head in there and it's entirely empty apart from a guy behind a counter. And on the counter is one of those raised decorative plates, possibly with a doily, and underneath it one of those nice glass domes that all expensive people have, is just a donut sat there, one donut in the entire shop. And I come in and say, can I buy that donut? It goes, yes, this one. Gets it out, uses the tongs, the metal ones, not his tongs, not some weird lizard amphibian creature. So he gets the tongs, puts it in a bag and does it. And this relationship continues every day for months. Let's say that's true. Now, let's say one day I just say, I don't suppose you've got any more donuts, have you? Like different flavours or anything? He goes, oh yeah, we got tons. Oh yeah. And then he winds over and he goes over to the back of the room and like Wizard of Oz, he reveals a curtain, and behind it is just this majestic sight of wall-to-wall donuts, different flavours, different sprinkles, different colours, everything. And you go, why didn't you start with that? Why didn't you let me know they were there? It doesn't. That's how it feels to your customers sometimes. If they just see one piece of content and have nowhere to get any more, they want more. They might not want to binge watch or binge eat the entire wall of donuts, though. God, I would kill for that. They might not want to binge watch your entire series or the entire blog post or anything like that, but point them to the good stuff. Don't be afraid to say, I've also written something else. Do you want to see it? It's not a case. If you think in terms of, I'm spamming people to join my email list, it's not a case of that. How spammy does it feel to say to somebody, I wrote this, did you like it? And you go, yeah, I really like that actually. I said, well, if you're interested, I've got some more over here. And you go, oh right, excellent, I checked that out. And you go, well, you know, if it would be easier rather than you having to log back in every day, if you want, no pressure, but if you want, I can send it you via email if you like, so it's just there in your inbox waiting for you. And you go, oh cool. And then you ask, well, what's the best email? What email address would you like me to send it to? It's more than just join my email list. You're not chasing metrics. You're not trying to bump up your list and do that kind of thing. You're genuinely giving your customers a chance to help themselves. You're giving your customers a chance to opt in with this kind of stuff. So that's what I want you to think about this. And it feels that way if you've got a footer. And it's there under every video, there under every blog post, there under every piece of social content you do. People get used to seeing it. And it doesn't feel like a sell because it's there every single time. And obviously, you don't phrase it in a way that is, you must download this. You must, you don't use false scarcity or hypey tactics or anything like that. If you just post something with an attitude of, if you want more like this, come check it out. It's here waiting for you. I don't care if you don't, that's fine. Whatever's good for you. So take the idea we talked about yesterday on video number 10, how to sell to your list without feeling like a pitch, even if you've not done it for yonks, and take that and apply it to every piece of content that you do, every email you do, every video you upload, every Facebook thing you do. Give them a chance to get some more and phrase it in a way that's genuinely helpful to them. Tell them why they might want to do this. If you like this and you want to learn more tips on how to earn more money while shaving your gran, then click here, that kind of thing. So think about that today and think about creating a footer that you can just pop into posts, and it's a nice, easy, relaxed, non-pressure, non-hypey, non-sleazy way to get more leads, more subscribers, more sales, and it makes you easier to find for your customers because they can always check out your post to find your website or to find your list or for this. Makes you easier to find. So get on that today. And if you've got any questions, find them below. And if you want to find yours below and have me look over it and I can give you suggestions, feel free to do that as well. Have a good day.